Hi, hello, welcome, and welcome back to yet another episode on your favorite Little Slaw YouTube channel. So today in this video, we are going to see another interesting and informative video. Like I say every time is going to is actually a new and it's an interesting video. And in fact, I even searched for a query. I mean, like I was facing a challenge. I mean, like one of our subscriber was facing a challenge, and he has asked that in our WhatsApp channel. And today we're going to see that. So this is a video for him. I think, yeah, for him, and for every one of our subscribers and for our viewers. The objective of this video is to uh, run a store procedure. So previously, we all saw about how to run a query and how to run a file, and even we have achieved that by running a um, file to string SQL file so that we were able to run the query and then we were able to get the results through mysql. And in this video we're going to go to the next level where we are going to run a stored procedure. Yep, so this also could be a challenge for any one of you in the performance testing world or in the ETL testing world. So please do expect the challenges like this, and here is the answer for you. So in this video we will see how to explore it, or how to find, or how to do it step by step. So before we move on to this video, this is me, Vasan Shanmugam. I welcome you all to our Little Sly YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed yet. If you haven't subscribed yet, and please do comment if you have any questions or any doubts. And if you find my videos are really good, please do comment it. And if you want to give any feedback to me, please do add that as well. Your feedbacks keep on improving my channel. And so far today we have got 5,500 subscribers, and thank you so much everyone. Thanks everyone for that. And please do join my channel as well, and that will help me to create more quality content like this. That will give me some space to concentrate on more into the new load. Sorry, the Little Try YouTube channel, and it'll help me to create more videos. So please take this as a request. Please do join my channel. And one more thing, yeah. So we do have like 300 plus performance engineers in our WhatsApp channel. So please do join our WhatsApp channel as well. So you can directly talk with me and with other performance engineers, and you can get your query sorted. And we have like lots of people who are getting their issue sorted out, because we have like everybody is a performance engineer in our channel and everybody's helping others. So please do join my channel as well, and please do join the WhatsApp channel. You can find the link in the video in my community page. You can find the link for the WhatsApp channel. And yeah, so with no further delay, let's go to the video. So the first thing is, let me take you through the prerequisite first. So the prerequisites first. Prerequisites. So please make sure you have all these. So Jmeter, I would advise you to have the latest version, which is Jmeter 5.6.3, and then MySQL installed, and you have created a database. You have a database. You have enough data for testing. And then the fifth part is you must have the MySQL driver in your lib folder. That's very important, because without that you will not be able to connect your MySQL with your JMeter. And I think we have discussed this in our previous videos. So if you haven't watched it, or if you do not know, please do watch my previous video. Just search for MySQL in my channel, and then you'll find the link. I will even paste the link in the description for your reference. You can even view that as well. And yeah, so these are the prerequisites. And then the next part is, so here I have my MySQL, and in this I have several tables, and we know the store procedures. So before we move on to this, how to do the store procedure, let me just give you a quick introduction about what is store procedure and why do we really need it and why do we really need to test it. So firstly, the store procedure is a set of SQL commands that we can save and we can run whenever we need to, and it's like a pre-written code that we can call upon to perform a task in our database. And we could, I mean, like the store procedures makes things a lot easier and more efficient. So in terms of reusability, so imagine you have a complex query that you need to run frequently. Instead of writing it out every time, you can save it as a stored procedure, and you can just call it whenever you need. And it's like saving your favorite playlist instead of creating it from the scratch every time you want to listen to the music. So in fact, even we have discussed about how to improve the database performance. So store procedure comes first. So by using store procedure, you can improve the performance of your application as well. So I even, in fact, we discussed about this in one of our previous videos. And the next part is consistency. So when you have a stored procedure, it's been tested and works correctly. So whenever you or anyone else in your team calls it, you get the same reliable results every time. And it's like having a tried and true recipe that will turn out great every time you make it. And then the security. So when it comes to security, store procedures helps to improve the security by, instead of giving the users direct access to your tables, you can give them access to the stored procedures, rather, I mean, like, which perform the actions they need. And it's like letting someone use your kitchen, but only giving them the access to specific recipes instead of letting them mess up with all your ingredients. And finally, the performance. Like I told you, store procedure comes as a lighthouse whenever we are looking to improve the performance of the application. So, like I told you, when it comes to performance, they also boost the performance because the database server can optimize and cache the execution plan for stored procedures, and they can run faster than ad hoc SQL queries. And think of it as like pre-chopping your ingredients and setting out as all your tools before you can start cooking. So it makes the process a lot quicker. And that's all about the store procedure. And so with this store procedure, every time you need to check the stock, like you can um, okay, so let me explain you first the query, and then I will take you through this part. So initially I have created a store procedure. I mean, like, I have created multiple store procedures, so this is one of it. And what I'm doing in this store procedure is, so the first part, the procedure definition, so which is create definer equal to root at localhost, and then the procedure name, which is film in stock, and what are all the input values of it and what is the output value of it. So this line creates a store procedure which is named as film in stock with a definer as root from localhost. And if you have any other IP, so you can add that IP in terms of the localhost. And then this part, the film ID, the store ID, and then the film count defines three parameters. So like I said, the film ID and the store ID are the input parameters, and the film count is the output parameter. And we're going to read the SQL data. So this class, it indicates that the procedure reads data from the database but does not modify. So we are not going to write, or we are not going to delete it. We're just going to read the SQL data. Then we have the begin and end, and inside that we have two queries. So the first select statement, this statement selects the inventory ID from the inventory table. You can see here, and the film ID, so which matches the input parameter. So this, it should match the film ID, and then the second one should match the store ID. And then inventory in stock is a condition that checks whether the inventory item is in stock. So this select statement retrieves the data but does not store it anywhere. It seems to be an additional check or an informational query. And then the second select statement, so this statement counts the number of inventory items that matches the condition. So the first item, again, like I told you, the film ID and then the store ID, and then we have the inventory in stock is true. And then the result of the count is stored into the output parameter, which is the film count, so which basically is the output value. So overall, a quick summary about this. So the procedure film in stock takes two input parameters. So in case if you are creating a store procedure, just make sure you have your input parameters and then you have defined your output parameters. So I have two input parameters and then one output parameter, and it performs a query to list all the inventory items that match the film ID and store ID and are in stock. So if then counts the number of such items and stores the count in the output parameter, which is the film count. So that's all about the store procedure. And to execute it, let me show you how to do it. So let me close this. And here, if you see, I have this execution button. So when I click it, I'm going to just enter one as the film ID and then one as the store ID. When I click execute, so here you can see the film count is 4. So on the other hand, so this is how the store procedure executes. So on the other hand, if I can just show you to like this one. Let me delete it, and then if I go to this, so this is actually the store procedure command. So I'm giving input of 1 as the film count, or I would say the film ID, and then the other one is the store ID, and then here I have the output value. So when I run this, you can see here I've got the values 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is exactly the store procedure which we are going to run it using Jmeter. So how do we do it? Let me take you through that part. So to configure it, let me open the Jmeter here, and like we all know, we'll need to add a thread group. Another thread group, I have to add a Jmeter connection configuration. Let's go to the config element and then the JDBC connection configuration, and here we'll have to give the variable name. That's the only thing that we have to add it here, so which is mysql, and then we'll have to give the database connection configuration details, that is JDBC colon mysql colon backslash localhost colon 3306. That's the port number to connect your database, and then the uh, database name is Shakila. And then the JDBC driver class, which is com.mysql.jdbc.driver, and then the root name, sorry, the username, and then the password. So we are done with the JDBC connection configuration. And then the second part, which is we are going to add a JDBC request. So I'm going back to the third group, going to the sampler, and then the JDBC request. So here is where we are going to create the store procedure. So let me go back to MySQL, copy the entire command, and then run it. Nope, it won't run because we need to make few tweaks. So the one of the tweak is remove the semicolon, add a end bracket, and then add another open braces. So you're going to add open braces, then you're going to add an end braces, and then another important thing here is you have to add a listener, which is view result tree. So now you have set up everything. So you are using the same command from your MySQL. So just always make sure, I will always advise you to run your store procedure in the MySQL and just check whether everything works fine. And if it works fine, just move it to your uh, Jmeter, right? So now we have our Jmeter up and running, I mean, like it's ready. Let me save it. Going back to this one, JDBC. Okay, let me go back to this folder and then call stored procedure dot jmx. Yep. So now we have done. And then do we need to add any variables? So in the result variable name, we need to add result, and then just remember we need to add the variable pool name, which is going to be MySQL, which is the same name which I have used in the JDBC connection configuration. Come back to the view results tree, then run it. So yep, so this is what you'll get. So in case if you are getting this error, which is parameter is not registered as an output parameter. So most of the times we do this mistake. We just copy the exact thing from the SQL server and copy and paste it here, and we want it to execute. So what happens is we need to make a quick small change, which is I'm going to delete the the output parameter, save it again, come back to view results tree, run it, and then yep, so still you could see the error is there. So what is the mistake we did again is we have left this parameter as empty value. So instead we have to add a question mark. So that's very important at this point, because most of the times we do that mistake. We normally try so many options, but we don't try the right option. So here I've given the right option. So in fact, it took me like more than 3 hours to find this simple thing. And let me clear this and run it again. Yep. So now I have got the same result, which is 1 2 3 4, like we got here, 1 2 3 4, the same values which we want to see both from the MySQL and from the Jmeter. So yep, I think with that I've showed you how to connect your JDBC connection configuration. I have even explained you what's a stored procedure, and I have even explained you like how to create and how to, I mean, again, like yeah, I just wanted to tell you one thing. So in the query type, instead of any other statements, you have to select callable statement. So that is what will run this query. I mean, like even if we select a select statement and if we run it, you can see it's a syntax error. It will throw a syntax error because the thing is it will not take it as a correct syntax, and the only thing which works is the callable statement, and this will work. No other options will work. So just make sure you're choosing the right one. You should not select any other update or prepared select statement or prepared update, commit, rollback. It's always the callable statement for your stored procedures. So yeah, like I told you, it nearly took 3 hours for me. I'm actually putting a lot of efforts for creating this to help every one of you. So please do consider taking a subscription, joining my channel, and that will help me to create more quality content videos, and keep you updated, keep you informed. I mean, like, I'm trying to create every single video. At least I'm trying to add a little bit of value to your career and to your life. So that's why I'm creating all these videos, and it's not something like an entertainment video. It's something which will help you to improve or to grow in your career. So please do consider joining my channel. It's just a penny when it comes to your daily expenses. So please do consider joining my channel. And yeah, with that I come to an end. I don't want to bore you with this part. So yeah, with that I come to an end, and I believe this video will be very useful to you, like any of our other videos. So please do consider joining my channel and subscribe to our channel, and like, give a thumbs up, give a feedback. And thank you so much. And until I meet you next videos, bye bye from Vasan Shanmugam and your favorite Little Sky YouTube channel. Take care and bye bye.